Today, we're going to learn how to present our elevations and sections in the best and simplest way possible, instead of showing them raw and plain. Hey friends, hope you're doing well. So what's the first step? Import your elevation or section into Photoshop. I've already imported mine. Let me rename this part and then change its color to gray. Perfect. Next step, take a rectangle from the left side. Just look up here and click on this part to apply a fill color. Choose any color you like. I'll pick this one and make it a bit bolder. Also, click here to remove the stroke. Now, start drawing the rectangle from this section. Once the rectangle is done, bring it down and position it properly so it aligns with the edge. Press Ctrl+T to adjust and shrink it a bit. Done, let's move on. Next step, we're going to apply materials inside that blue box. For example, from this part to here. What do we do now? We need to bring in our texture. I want to add a concrete texture to my work. I bring it in and place it at the top layer. Press Ctrl+T to resize. Not too small, this size looks good. Select the parts you want, drag from here to there. If it doesn't look good, we'll fix it. Make sure your selection is clean. Now that we've selected the exact area inside the blue box, press Ctrl+Shift+I to invert the selection. Now everything outside the box is selected. Since the texture is a smart object, right-click and choose Rasterize, then press Delete. Increase the opacity again, it's looking clean. Next step, let's add material to these columns too. This time I'll choose wood. Import it, resize with Ctrl+T, and position it. It's a bit big. Shrink it and place it here. Add it down here too. No other spots, right? Nope. Click on it and reduce the opacity to see where to erase. Select it. Press Ctrl+T, adjust slightly. Next step, select the rectangle again and erase the left side completely. Now, reduce opacity of the second one. To repeat what we did earlier, select everything, press Ctrl+Shift+I, right-click, rasterize, then delete. Done. Now for the lower one, click on it, reduce opacity, right-click, rasterize, and delete the selected inside part. Ctrl+Shift+I, and delete. Increase opacity again. Same for this one. Next step, grouping. Let's group these elements. Select them and click here to group everything. Move the group below the concrete texture layer. Bring the concrete to the top. Looks good. Let's add another concrete material here, a different style. Resize, it's too big. Shrink it down. Bring it in, reduce fill or opacity. Next, take the selection tool. This time use polygonal lasso tool. Bring it along this edge. Make sure it aligns inside. Then Ctrl+Shift+I and delete. Done. Increase fill. One tip, the three textures we added and the concrete above it, we can give them different blending modes. Click here and set this to overlay. Looks good. Try different modes to see which fits best. Hard light might work better. You can reduce fill as well if needed. Now the next step, add objects like people or trees. Go to Pinterest. I already searched for tree for architectural presentation and found these. Right-click, copy image. Paste into Photoshop with Ctrl+V. Right-click, convert to Smart Object. Double-click to enter it, then press W, delete the background. Adjust tolerance to 10 so it selects properly. Press Delete. Done. Right-click, select Similar, delete. Now press Ctrl plus S and you'll see it appear in your main file. I press Ctrl plus T, scale it up and bring it down. Now, where do I move the layer? I press Ctrl plus Shift plus to send it to the bottommost layer. I scale it up again and bring it upward. Done. Now, let's move this rectangle to the very bottom layer. Okay, I think it still needs to be a bit bigger, just a little. Done. Now, let's do one more thing, assign it a color. Click on this part again, look for where it says Fill. Actually, sorry, I meant Color Overlay. Click on Color Overlay. Now from here, assign it a color. I'll pick this blue, just a slightly lighter shade, and done. You can also try different blend modes for this layer. Click here and see which one looks best. I think soft light works well. Check the blend modes here to see what suits the design. Screen looks best to me. I lower the opacity a bit. Okay. Next step is to add a person object. I go to Pinterest, search for vector illustration, pick one, right-click, and hit Copy Image. Then I go to Photoshop and press Ctrl plus V to paste it in as the topmost layer. Now I right-click on it and choose Convert to Smart Object. Now I can choose whichever figure I want. I select one I like, press Ctrl plus Shift plus I, then delete. All unwanted parts get removed. Press Ctrl plus S and the person is now added to the main file. Looks good. Let's scale up a bit. Actually, I should have changed the tolerance value earlier to clean up the selection better. It should have been higher. Let's add another figure. Copy the image again, right-click, convert to Smart Object, and click into it. This time I'll add these two women. Select the one I want, press Ctrl plus Shift plus I, then delete. Press W, and this time I set a higher tolerance. Clean it up a bit, then press Ctrl plus S to update the main file. Now, I notice the person's height is too close to the previous one. Let's lower it a bit. I had issues with the feet. They didn't look right. Let's go back. Press Ctrl plus Z. Select two new figures with clearer feet. Let's pick this woman here. Select her with the rectangle tool. Press Ctrl plus Shift plus I. Delete. Done. Her height looks fine. Now what? Bottom right. Click on this circle icon. Choose black and white. Hold Alt on your keyboard and click between the two layers to clip it to the figure. Now the woman is turned black and white. I wanted her to be desaturated because she's placed outside the main presentation frame. Everything outside the frame should be black and white. Next step, let's draw a border around the layout and add some sky and clouds. On the topmost layer, create a new blank layer by clicking on the icon at the bottom left. Then press B on the keyboard. Click the top left corner and let's add a bird. Select one. Color? White, obviously. It's on the top layer. Scale it down. And the bird is added. Now let's add a cloud. Looking at different brushes here, I think this one looks best. Try different brush shapes to see what fits best with your design. And done. Let's add something fun. Right-click. Select Ellipse tool. Set the fill color to white. Draw a small circle, scale it down, done. Now press Ctrl plus J to duplicate it. Press Ctrl plus T to scale the copy up. Now press E on the keyboard and on the left side, turn off the fill so it becomes just a dashed outline. Done. Try different blend modes again. Soft light seems to work best. You can rename the layer to Bird and Sky. Set its blend mode to soft light as well. It turned out nicely. Press Ctrl plus J to duplicate and make it a bit bolder. Looks great. Now, duplicate what we made above and bring it down. Press Ctrl plus J, then Ctrl plus T to scale it up. This fills in the lower part, so it's not empty. Duplicate again. Scale it up, then press E to give it a white stroke. Looks awesome. Now Ctrl plus T to shrink it slightly. Perfect. So what now? We can add a diagram at the bottom. Just something simple. I'll draw it myself. Select the rectangle tool. Make sure it has a stroke, yes. I'll remove the last 3 I made because they're a bit too big. Sorry about that. Alright, I select this one here. Set the stroke to 5 pixels, centered. That's good. Now, I duplicate it a few times while holding Alt, bring the next one here. Now, select all 3. Hold Ctrl plus Alt plus Shift to align them properly. Then press Ctrl plus E to merge. Perfect. Now what? Select more than 3 of them. Let's see. Starting from this top one, hold Shift and select the top one to select them all. Set them all to soft light blend mode. Way better now. Looks good, right? Now in the center, what can we do? Either reposition them or maybe add elements like arrows, but I'll keep it simple. Let's also add a text bar here. Press T and click here to add text. Set the font to Roboto. Great choice. Adjust the size. 7 pixels should work well. Make it smaller, and that's our text. Set its blend mode to soft light 2. It blends in better that way. I could move it here, but I think it looks better right where it is. Done. Now, let's draw a border and move on to something awesome I want to show you. It'll come in handy all the time. Set the color to black and outline the whole design. Press E, and from this section, I set the line caps to rounded and also around the corners. Then press E again and set the stroke to 8 pixels. Now what? Not white. I think gray would look better. Yeah, gray looks much better. Now, erase part of it from here to here. Hit delete to erase it, but first it has to be rasterized. Now we've got our frame. Looks great. Next step, press C to crop, resize the image, and finalize it. Done. Now, let's apply a texture over the whole thing. Why? I'll show you. Place a texture on top of everything. Once it's in place, set the blend mode. Hard light looks great. Again, depending on your design, test different blend modes to see what works best. Next step. Now you can do one of 2 things. Either take it into Illustrator and do an image trace, or use AI to enhance it. First, save your file. Choose the highest quality export. Save it to your desktop. I name it Untitled 2 and hit Save. Done. The site you should use? Check out once your registration is done. Scroll down and hit the Enhancer button. I'll open a previous project I did and upload it here. Drag and drop the image onto the site and give it a moment. Here's the before image. Now look at the enhanced version. Check out the lines, trees, characters, super high quality. Really impressive. And that's it. Bottom right, if you hit download, it'll save the enhanced image for you. Hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Please support us with a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day.